And now for the exciting conclusion of Church Secretary.
It had been a silent night, all right. Too silent. Is this going to be Carl's last Noel? Will he be decked in the halls? These questions danced in my head like sugar plum fairies. Rose arrived at the church and came up to my office. Carl brought the vial of cleaning fluid and the bicarbonate of soda. And Dr. Staines arrived shortly thereafter.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. Since this is my first crisis, my wife wanted to make everybody little turkey sandwiches.
Oh, you're not late. You're not late. It'll be 20 minutes before the service starts.
Really? I didn't think the Christmas Eve service was ever going to start.
Oh, you know, sometimes I feel the same way. I tell you, I can hardly wait.
Please, Dr. Staines, let's take a look at the cleaning fluid.
Hey, now be careful with that stuff. Some of those scales are pretty sharp.
God bless me, everyone.
Well, if it isn't Ginger, the chafe of the board.
Dr. Staines, let me give you a great big Christmas hug.
Thank you, Ginger. You've already hugged me today. Ginger?
Oh, I just get hugged crazy on Christmas Eve.
Did you hug Carl tonight?
I may be crazy, but I'm no fool.
Oh, no, now you're making me blush. Oh, I better get going. I gotta be in the front door when all the people come. Boy, this is gonna be quite a night. Just imagine what's gonna happen in the ladies' room. Oh, Merry Christmas.
I'll explain that later. But first, I want to explain something else. I think I finally understand the mystery of the Christmas rash.
Oh, Elsie, I'm just itching to find out.
I bet. Tell me, Dr. Staines, after examining the cleaning fluid, do you think that by sniffing it, a person can get ill?
Yes. But I don't think they'll get a rash.
I knew it.
Well then, Honeyball, what did the decorations committee exhibit the worst breakout since Attica?
Something has smelled fishy about this from the moment I stepped into this church, and it wasn't just Carl's cleaner. Why wasn't Carl infected with the rash, even though he was here all afternoon? Then I thought of something else. Tell me, doctor, is it true that there are some substances that are sprayed on Christmas trees to make them greener, which can cause an allergic reaction?
Why, yes, Elsie. It's a chemical they spray on trees and mistletoe, but it's not something that will spread into the air. You have to have direct contact with the skin.
Call me a sap, doctor. But could it be possible for someone to make something like that into a cologne?
Oh, I doubt it.
Even by accident, if they crushed up berries and pine needles?
Well, I'm not a chemist, but I don't think you can make a cologne out of pine needles and mistletoe.
Really?
I'm sorry.
That's too bad.
Whee! Clever me! I defied modern science. Why, the very cologne I'm wearing right now, tra-la-la-la-la, I made myself from pine needles for that fresh holiday scent, and mistletoe, so that when I hug people, they just want to kiss me right back. Kiss, 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 kiss.
Well, if they do, they're going to have to put more on their lips than Carmex.
All right, don't move.
What are you doing, Dr. Staines?
All right, the first thing we have to do is get her out of the building. Tammy, Billy, bring up the stretcher. She needs a complete chemical scrub down.
Roger, Daddy! A scrub down, but why?
Well, Ginger, I guess you learned that if you give real joy and love, you will spread happiness. But if you give artificial love, all you do is get under everybody's skin.
Put me down! Put me down!
Well, it was nice to have solved the mystery, but it was too late. The service was supposed to start in just a few minutes, and someone had to tell poor Carl. I could imagine the poor old guy sitting in front of the door. He must know that something was wrong by now. As I was walking toward the door, I ran into Mrs. Ed Olson. Oh, I'm sorry, Gladys.
Oh, that's all right, Elsie.
What are you doing here? You know that the service is canceled.
Oh, yes, but we were sitting at home, Ed and Ed's mother from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and we decided to come to church anyway. Would it be all right if we just sit in the sanctuary?
Oh, I'm sure that's fine.
Oh, good. Carl doesn't know about the rash now, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's good. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Elsie.
Well, hello, Skippy. What are you doing here?
It's Christmas Eve.
But the service is canceled because of a rash.
Oh, I already got dandruff. What's a little more? Carl doesn't know about the rash, does he?
No, I don't think so.
Good. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I looked around, and there was the lobby filled with people, wishing each other Merry Christmas, hugging each other, helping each other off with their coats. And then I heard organ music. And I looked in the sanctuary, and there were more people there sitting down. The children's choir had come anyway, and so had the bell choir. There was Pastor Backstrom in his donkey suit by the pulpit. And there were candles that had been lit. There was going to be a Christmas Eve service after all. Here we were, thanking God who endured the ultimate hardship for us and who shows his love in humble ways. in a little baby, and sometimes even in a tired old janitor. I found Carl in the loft ringing the church bells and passing out candy to the kids. I wished him a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, and Merry Christmas to you, little girl. Oh, these are good people. Best night of the year. Oh, what a good night. Best night of the year. Good people, like family. Oh, it's the best night of the year.
You have a Merry Christmas, too. And if you go to church this Christmas Eve, make sure you remember your church janitor. And remember me, too. I'm the church secretary.